Hey everybody, it's Mr. Postman here, back with another FTB CTM map video, and today I'm hoping to do a few things. One thing that I probably want to do is get the pieces needed for this centrifuge extractor. Now, to make a centrifuge extractor, we need... How many is this? This is 7 electrolyzed water cells. We can make an extractor easy enough. Tree taps, machine block, and circuit. We can make an advanced machine block. In fact, I think I already have some of those. But we need electrolyzed water cells. Now, unfortunately, in this version of the mod pack, there is actually no recipe within NEI. NEI. It's NEI. Gosh, I just mind blanked. There's no... Hello? You guys heard that, didn't you? There's a spider somewhere. Anyway, as I was saying, there's no recipe in NEI for electrolyzed water cells. So, I've actually looked it up myself, and what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get, like I thought in the last episode, an electrolyzer. And an electrolyzer is pretty easy to make. I'll go get all the bits now and we'll make it. Alrighty, so we've got everything for the electrolyzer. We'll just use some copper cables, which we've already made, electronic circuits, machine block, and some empty cells. Now, I don't think I've showed you cells before, but basically what they are, they just contain, you can make them using 4 tin like this, and you make 16, and you use them to contain some form of liquid. You can put lava in them, water, all different kinds of things. But in this case, we're using them for the electrolyzer recipe. Awesome. So, the electrolyzer. What do we want to do with the electrolyzer? Oh, I better know where the spider is, by the way. I bet it's in there. Anyway, the electrolyzer. We need to put the electrolyzer down directly next to a power source. Sorry, not a power source. A energy storage unit, like the MFE here, or a bat box, or anything like that. So we're going to plop it down right about here. And the reason for that is it actually needs to receive power directly from the energy storage unit and not from cables. So I'll show you. If we try and put it next to the cables, it won't actually link up. See? So that's why we need to put it next to the MFE. So you can put multiple MFEs next to it, but I'm just going to put one for now. And what it does, when the MFE or whatever storage unit you are using rises above 70% of its capacity. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that is for this MFE, but when it rises above 70% of its capacity, any water cell, I think, hold on, let me look. Electrolyzed, yeah, so any water cells that we get, which, you know what, we just made a bunch of cells, so let's show this off. And we're going to need to anyway. So, let's get these cells. Fill them up with some water just by right-clicking on the water here. And so when the storage unit that the electrolyzer is next to is 70% or above, it will start turning these water cells into electrolyzed water cells. See, this little bar fills up and then it drains energy out of the MFE and it turns them into electrolyzed water cells. So, I'm thinking we'll probably just leave those there for now because they're going to take quite a while. And that is because we need what were we making? A centrifuge? Centrifuge extractor. So we need an extractor, these water cells, and an advanced machine block. So I think I'm going to leave those water cells to electrolyze by themselves. And the next thing I want to get started making is something that I think is going to actually take quite a long time to actually come together. So I thought I better start making it now. And that would be the biofuel cans. Be quiet out there, guys. That would be the biofuel cans. So, biofuel is also an item that is not... there's no recipes in this version of NEI. So, I'm going to have to show it off myself. I've actually already looked it up, and I'm fairly sure I know what I'm doing. So, let me just come back in a sec once I've got all the things I need, and we'll get started. Alrighty, so back to explain this biofuel business. So first thing we're going to need is a fermenter. And what a fermenter does is it takes in plants or plant life or things like that, and it turns them into biomass. So this is how we make a fermenter. I happen to have most of these pieces right here. We've got a sturdy machine, which if we press R, we can see all it is 8 bronze in a square. Cool. So we got our sturdy machine, we've got 4 bronze gears, and bronze gears are made with stone gears with 4 bronze around them. Stone gears are wood gear with 4 stone around them, and wood gear is just 4 sticks like this. So they're pretty easy to make, although they take a few resources. And then we just need some glass, and that'll get us our fermenter. Now, the fermenter, it's going to take some kind of fuel. So we need to get some fuel. And the fuel it needs, not fuel, sorry. It needs fuel as well, but that's not what I meant to say. It needs some power. And the power it needs is not EU, like these MFEs have stored in them. The fermenter needs MJ, which is Minecraft joules. And it is generally created by engines. So there's a way you can convert EU. Because we've got a large storage of EU, I think I want to just convert it instead of making a new form of energy. So I'm going to convert it from EU to MJ, which I'm going to have over here. And to do that, you need something called an electric engine. An electric engine looks just like this. We need some tin gears, piston, and a piece of glass. So, luckily, I have 12 tin gears now. So, I'm going to go and we're going to make a electric engine. We need a piston, which I already came prepared with as well. And we need 3 tin. So for now, I'll just make 1. In the future, I'll probably make more to speed this up. So, what we want to do here, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I think something like, something like that should be good, to be honest. And I have a feeling we can't use our electric wrench on this. We need to make another type of wrench, which is this guy, which is a Buildcraft wrench. So we need some iron, stone. I'll just go make that, and I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty, so I have my Buildcraft wrench, and what I wanted that for was just to rotate this guy, which does not appear to be working. Okay, hopefully, is it this wrench? Yeah, it's actually probably more likely to be this wrench that we need. Let's just try that quickly. We got some more bronze in here, I think. So we want to do, is it that? No, that's that wrench. Okay, try it like this. And I think this one should do it for us. We're just making wrenches galore today. That's what this episode's going to be about. Okay, that doesn't want to work either. Maybe there's something up with the electric engine in this version. But what we want to do is put the fermenter next to the electric engine. And I was of the understanding you could right click on that, but possibly not. So I want to stick a lever here, and like I said, we're going to need to be transforming EU into MJ. So to do that, we need some EU to transform. So I am not actually quite sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. So I was thinking just connecting a glass fiber cable directly up to the electric engine. Let's see if that works. I haven't tried this, so I don't know whether all the power is going to be going into the MFEs or whether there's going to be some leftover. Now I realise that this is only going to run during the daytime now, so that's kind of okay, I think. Okay, so it was trying to run there, as you could see from the little sparks, but I think I may have to break and replace this to get it to line up correctly. There we go. So you need the top of the engine, I guess, the little pointy bit facing the thing you want to power. Awesome. So let's not run that yet. We need to figure out this fermenter. Look at that. That is a crazy interface. And I'll be honest, I am kind of just, well, not guessing, but I'm not entirely sure on what we need to do here. I know what we need, I'm just not quite sure where we need to put it all. So we need some kind of fuel. We could use mulch, fertilizer, or there is one other thing. Let's see. So I know that it uses wheat. So if I press right click on wheat, we use compost. That's what we need. So we need, in the fermenter, we need some water, some compost, and some form of like saplings or something like that. So I'm going to go make a bunch of this stuff now, and I'll be back momentarily. Alrighty, so I've just made some empty cans, and what we're going to use the empty cans for is to put water into the, what's that machine? I keep forgetting the name. It's not a fertilizer, it is a fermenter. That's right. So we need to put some water in the fermenter. So I'm going to be using some empty cans, which is the recipe there. I'm going to fill them up with water. The other thing I need to get is the compost. So to get compost, if I can type, we just need some dirt and some wheat. So let's put the recipe up here. Honestly, I don't actually know exactly how much compost we're going to need, so I'm just going to make a bunch of it there. 60 ought to be quite a bit. So we're going to fill up our cans with some water. And again, I don't know exactly how much water we're going to need, or really any of this. And now the last piece of the puzzle that I'm going to use, you can use a few different things, but the last thing I'm going to use is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to see if I can find it. I need a sapling. So what I think I ought to do is take all this out. There we go. I need saplings. And the saplings are what you use in the fermenter to make the biomass. So I'm going to focus on the sapling here and just get lots of them. Again, not entirely sure exactly how many I'm going to need, but that should be plenty. So let's head back over here and fill up our fermenter with all of its stuff. So put the water cans there, it fills up this little slot. We put the saplings here and we put the compost here, I do believe, and then we turn on our engine. There we go, and you can see it took a sapling and a piece of compost and it's going to turn it into biomass. Now while that's going, I wanted to show you the electrolyzer has been turning the water cells into electrolyzed water cells. So we've actually got enough there now to make the extractor, the centrifuge extractor. I might do that this episode if I get time. If not, I'll probably make it next episode. So this guy is slowly filling up with biomass. And let me just show you. The biomass, we can get some cans, which I should be able to get from here. We can get some cans just like this, some empty cans. I did not mean to make that many, but that's all right. And then we can put these empty cans into here, or here. Now, it occurs to me that I don't think we actually have enough biomass yet to fill up a can. And it's just turning nighttime. So let me go fix that. You might be asking yourself as well, biomass, don't we need biofuel for the monument? And that's correct, we need 64 biofuel cans. Biomass is the raw product that you can make, and then biofuel you can refine biomass into by using a thing called a still, which again uses, I believe it actually uses more power again, but that's okay, we'll get there eventually. There we go. So you put the empty cans in the top and you get out biomass cans. Awesome. So I'm going to leave this guy running for a while. I'm going to have to obviously watch over it and make sure it doesn't explode or anything. But while it's running, oh, one other thing I should tell you. To get biofuel, you actually need more biomass than you want biofuel. So if you want to get 64 biofuel cans, you're going to need, I think it's about 4 times as many biomass. So we're going to need about 4 stacks of biomass cans to make our 1 stack of biofuel cans. So that's pretty intense, but that's alright. We'll work around it. We'll get there. That's why I thought I should start making these now, because they're going to take quite a while. So, electrolyzed water cells. Let's have a look. What do we need these for again? Oh, that's right. It is the centrifuge extractor. And from what I can tell, it's the only thing that uses these water cells. Although I am probably wrong there. So we need to make an extractor. Let's go get all the stuff for that. We need an advanced machine block. Now I think I have some of those. Not quite. I have some advanced alloys and some carbon plates. So that's, that's the hardest part of the advanced machine block. You've seen me make these guys before, haven't you? So we need 1 machine block. And we need somewhere to craft. Well, let's just do it in this guy. Need our machine block, advanced alloys on the side, and carbon plate on the top and bottom. We get our advanced machine block. And then we need an extractor, which is 4 tree taps, an electronic circuit, and a machine block. So we can get a circuit from here, machine block from here, and then we need just some wood to make some machine blocks. Sorry, not some machine blocks, some tree taps. So let's get this. I don't believe that tree taps can be learnt by the transmutation table, but that's alright. So we'll get some more wood. Might even feed some of these saplings in here, because I don't know that we're going to need quite so many of those. We need 4 tree taps, so the recipe for a tree tap is that. 1, 2, we can't. And of course, I only had enough for 3. So let's try this again, shall we? This should be enough. There we go, 4 tree taps. And then we need electronic circuit, which we already have. A machine block, and I think they're the other way around. Tree tap, tree tap, tree tap, tree tap. And I had it the right way the first time. Get you an extractor. And I think I may have told you this in the past, but an extractor can be used on sticky resin, among other things, to get a better value out of them. So if you put a piece of sticky resin in there, I think you actually get 3 rubber instead of just 1. So that's pretty cool. Now, what we wanted the extractor for is this recipe here, the centrifuge extractor. So now that we've got all the bits, let's go ahead and make it. We need electrolyzed water cells around the edges. We need extractor in the center and an advanced machine block. We get a centrifuge extractor. Now, I don't entirely know exactly what the centrifuge extractor does, and that's mainly because its recipes aren't in NEI. But let's plop it down and see what happens. So it looks like, yeah, we don't have any power hooked up to this thing, so you can put items in here and then it extracts, I guess, their base materials out and puts them here. I'm not going to bother trying to use it because, I don't really know what to use it for right now. If anyone knows, that'd be cool, or I could just look it up. But for now, let's miss the beast completely and see what we get. Dun dun dun! It's always awkward standing here. I feel like I shouldn't be saying anything to ruin the... There we go! Alright, so it's off in this direction. Alright, pray for glowstone! We've got some beehives and a cactus. Okay, well that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with bees in this series, unless I need to. I'm not sure if I actually need to for the monument. But bees are pretty cool, and I might do something with bees in a future series if I make a Feed the Beast series. So let's go check out how this fermenter's doing. And I may actually, between episodes, make a couple more of these and these guys, because this is... Honestly, it's going to take quite a while. But the other thing I wanted to make, let's go have a look. We've still got a little bit of time this episode, so I guess we can get started on it. Alright, so the thing I wanted to make was this thing called a chassis Mark V. So if we look it up in NEI, you can see there's logistics chassis Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's quite expensive, but we have a darkroom and I think we can afford it. So let's go get some diamonds, some gold some gold gears, diamond transport pipe, redstone, and some other things. I'll go collect that and see how we go. Alrighty, so for the chassis Mark V, we need, first of all, a basic logistics pipe. And logistics pipes is not a mod that I'm going to get into really in this series, but what we need to do is get some glass around the edges. We need to get some gold gears on the side, get some redstone torches, and then we need a diamond transport pipe, which we can make pretty easily in our not our transmutation table, just a regular table. That is, of course, incorrect. We need 2 diamonds, a piece of glass. That gets us 8 diamond transport pipes. Now, they're really cool. Again, something I'm not really going to get into in this series. That'll get us 8 basic logistics pipes. So, once we've got those, we need 4 blocks of diamond and 4 blocks of gold. Wow. Okay. So, to do that, obviously, we're going to need a bunch of gold, which I think, if my math is correct, that should be enough. And then we should be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. And we need 36 diamonds, which luckily we have enough here. Now this is going to look devastating. It's a lot of diamonds and a lot of gold, but we will be okay. We've got a bunch of diamonds still left in here. We've got over 2 stacks, so that's heaps. You know, it doesn't really matter too much. And we need to put our 4 blocks of diamond there, 4 blocks of gold, and our basic logistics pipe will get us a logistics chassis Mark V. Awesome. So let's head over and drop it in the beast. Alrighty, there we go. Let's see which one we get. And I really hope we get glowstone soon, because I want to make a jetpack, and I want to make other things that use advanced circuits. So there we go, we got the light blue one. Let's go see what that is. Let's go up here, and I think it was this one. Come on, glowstone. Ah, more beehives. I don't want the beehives. Not right now. Okay then, that's alright. Let's go check up. We'll go put these beehives away. And we'll go check up on our fermenter, and then I think I might call it an episode. So, we also got cactus. So that might come in handy. I guess we can teach it to the table. These beehives you cannot teach to the table. And what they are is you basically place them down, break them, and you get some bees out of them. And bees are from forestry, and you can do a whole bunch of cool stuff with them. Again, not going to do it in this series. So the engine's out of power because the solar arrays aren't working. But we've already got 14 biomass cans. Gonna need some more water though. So, I'm thinking I'll probably just do that off camera, get some more water, and then, yeah, hopefully we'll have some more biomass by next episode. Maybe I can start turning it into biofuel. So, anyway, thanks so much for watching episode 10 of my Feed the Beast CTM map series, and we have got quite a fair way through this. We still need a splash potion of harming, collector Mark III, bluetricity, bedrock. I don't know how the heck we're going to get that. 10 million EU, which, you know what, we could probably already do. The biofuel cans, centrifuge extractor we just did today. So yeah, I think we're doing pretty darn well. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.